Hi and welcome to another video. Today I'll be discussing my 8 favourite horror film sequels, so let's get straight into this. First up is A Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors, released in 1987. This would definitely have to be one of my favourite horror sequels. It has some incredibly memorable scenes, like Freddy controlling Philip by his veins like a puppet, before leading him to the top of a tower where he falls to his death below. Freddy also delivers some of his best one-liners, especially the famous "Welcome to prime time, bitch" scene.
This is it, Jennifer. Your big break in TV. Welcome to prime time, bitch.
It's still one of the most iconic moments in the franchise. I also liked the Dream Warriors themselves. Giving each teenager their own dream power made them much more interesting than just another group of victims. Characters like Will with his wizard abilities, Kincaid with his super strength,
Fucking hate dig this. Kincaid, please. That's very unnerving.
and Taryn with her switchblades all stood out. The special effects still hold up well too, especially the giant Freddy snake. On top of that, expanding Freddy's backstory and learning more about his mother added extra depth to the mythology. It's still one of the strongest films in the series. Next up is A Nightmare on Elm Street 4, The Dream Master, released in 1988. Much like Dream Warriors, this is another Elm Street sequel I keep coming back to. Freddy's resurrection at the beginning is one of the highlights for me. Watching the flesh form back over his skeleton was a brilliant use of practical effects. I also liked seeing the surviving Dream Warriors return. Kincaid especially goes down fighting, which I appreciated. Alice Johnson is another reason I enjoyed this sequel. She starts off as a shy teenager, but gradually becomes a confident heroine, and I liked how she inherited the strengths of each of her friends after they died. The famous cockroach transformation is another standout scene. The practical effects are excellent, and Freddy's "you can check in, but you can't check out" one-liner is a classic.
You can check in, but you can't check out.
I also enjoyed some of the more creative dream sequences, like the time loop involving Dan and Alice. This was around the point where Freddy became more of a wisecracker, but I still think it worked. The next 2 sequels took it a bit too far for my liking. For me, this is the last truly great film in the formal Elm Street series. Next is Child's Play 3 from 1991. I always liked the idea of setting this one in a military academy. It was a fresh change of scenery and gave Chucky plenty of new opportunities to cause chaos. The film also has some memorable kills and classic Chucky one-liners. The garbage truck death and the barber scene have always stood out to me, and Chucky's evil laugh never gets old.
Presto, you're dead. It's definitely you.
One of my favourite ideas is Chucky secretly replacing the paint rounds with live ammunition before the Academy's war games. Watching everyone slowly realise they're firing real bullets made for a really creative sequence. The finale at the carnival is another highlight. Spoilers, seeing Chucky fall into the giant fan and get torn apart was a satisfying ending. Personally, I think the original Child's Play series should have ended here. My fourth favourite horror film sequel is Friday the 13th, Part 7, The New Blood. By this stage, I felt the series needed something different. Previous films mostly had groups of teenagers or campers with little chance of fighting back, but this time Jason finally meets someone who can match him. Tina's telekinetic abilities made her one of Jason's most interesting opponents, and their showdown helped the sequel stand out from the rest of the series. There are also some unforgettable kills, especially the famous sleeping bag scene, which has become one of Jason's most iconic moments. I also really like Jason's zombified appearance in this film, and Kane Hodder's first performance as Jason brought a physical presence to the role that made him one of the best actors to play the character. It's still my favourite film in the Friday the 13th franchise. Well, that brings to an end the first part of this video. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.